So what's up, man? Where you from?
I'm from Lafayette, Indiana. My name's Brandon Terry. Uh, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. So how long you been in Lafayette, Indiana?
Oh man, I've been here since I've been born. This place is
The best place on earth?
yeah, I guess for some, man, they like it here. I was kind of born here. You know how that is. Most people, if they stay where they're born, it's usually because like something's holding them there.
All right. So is anything holding you back here?
Shoot, my whole life, probably sentimental stuff like family. Got a lot of family here, and then here recently, I created a little family. So
Oh, so you have a family. How old is your child?
I have a 15-month-old
You got a 15-month-old
daughter. Her
Okay,
name
that's
is
what's-
Ember.
That's what's up. So are you married?
No, I'm not. I was actually surprised by my co-parent. We
Okay.
just friends, hooked up, and then a couple months later, I got that knock on the door.
All right.
Pretty much.
So now I did a couple of interviews here recently, and in one of the interviews, it's about a guy named Puppet. He a local here in Lafayette, Indiana, and he told me that there's a lot of drug use in Lafayette, Indiana. Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, shoot. Opposed from seeing it, every day on the streets, just from noticing. I call them all crackheads, no matter what they're using. It's just short term.
Yeah.
But even then, childhood, high school, I went from being a DF student, middle school. I started smoking weed. Went to an AB student because I started being able to focus.
Yeah.
And then getting into sports. Perfect timing. What comes out? They call it the legal weed, spice.
Oh, spice.
Oh yeah, and that was big around here. It actually became so big with me and the people I was running around with. I was making it at one point.
Yeah.
I got expelled from Harrison.
Why did you get expelled? Because you was making spice?
Because I was gonna go sell a sack.
So you was gonna go sell a sack?
Yeah.
All right.
But
So now you said you got expelled.
Mhm.
The question I'm trying to ask, because I asked Puppet the same thing in a previous interview, did drugs or being surrounded by drugs affect you in any way to the point where you started using?
Oh, dude, they were selling this stuff in the stores here. They were selling it in the stores.
But did you partake in it?
So yeah, like I partaked in it. Like all my friends was, it's legal weed. They sell it in the stores, and you can pass a drug test. Well, that's perfect for someone who plays football.
Oh.
Someone who wrestles. Someone who still has his stuff together. In his social life, in his academic life, in his sports life, and still wants to partake in the thing that's helped him so he can achieve that. Like I said, went from a DF student to an AB student.
So are you saying that spice helped you get there?
No. We did.
Okay, wait.
And then when I switched to spice, at first it did.
Okay.
And by the time I switched to it, it was senior year.
Okay, so what are some of the effects that spice had on you? And you don't have to say specifically like,
well,
Joe or Blow gave it to you.
Oh,
but
no,
how
I would
was
never,
you
anyway.
outside of the store? How was you getting spices? I know you weren't getting it from the store every time.
Oh no. I mean, at first, we never realized we had a problem at first. That's how powerful it is. And to be honest, like I was the person, like, I smoked cigarettes for like 2 years, and one day, like, because it started giving me headaches, I literally looked at it, put it in an ashtray, and never smoked again.
Could you
Like,
do the same thing with spice?
No, but that was my mindset. Like, I have such a powerful mindset. I was a powerful person, mind
Right.
you. Like right now, I was probably about the same size when I started.
Yeah.
I'm 150 pounds. I bench over 250.
Right.
All right. Not only strong-minded, strong individual.
Right.
I didn't think it had an effect on me like that. I was just being a young, free kid while I was a kid.
Yeah.
I already had my sights set on what I was gonna do, what I thought I was gonna end up doing in my life.
Yeah.
I was just playing the part at that point.
Yeah. And so now, what are some of the effects that spice had on you? Like, did it make you not eat? Did it make you not go to work or school? What were the effects of spice on your life?
After I started getting it more regularly and could always have it, I didn't notice, but yeah, it started affecting my weight.
Your weight.
It started.
Did you get fat? Did you get skinny?
Well, I started in high school. Come junior year, I was bulking in weights class. I was probably good. I got max about 180. And by the time 6 months after I turned 18, I went into jail.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I was 115 pounds.
Hold on. So you said 6 months after you turned 18, you went to jail. What did you go to jail for?
I literally woke up in a robbery.
So wait a minute.
I woke up in the middle of a robbery because of drugs.
So you woke up in the middle of a robbery because of drugs. Who was doing the robbery?
Me and a buddy.
So
at the time.
were you in the car sleeping and he was doing the robbery?
No, like literally, I was actively in it.
Did you have a gun?
I had a 2.5 foot long sword. I had a machete.
So hold on.
I'm not gonna lie.
So you had a machete and you was doing the robbery. How did you wake up in the middle of the robbery?
Adrenaline spike. That's my only thing I can think of because that's literally how I
black out from drugs and you went to.
Can I tell a short story?
Yeah.
On how I remember that night.
Yeah.
All right. Mind you, at this point, I had been on Spice for probably a year straight.
Right.
I was making it. All right. But at this time we were making it, there was a lot of different ways to make it.
Right.
And there's a whole lot more now. Well, I decided I wanted to get away from it. I actually moved back to town, moved into my mom's house again. Pretty much got clean, took my ASVAB, was a week away from getting into the Marine Corps.
Oh.
And an old buddy comes by, woo. We end up hanging out. Oh man, let's get a spice. Or let's get a sack. My bad. I said that weird. Let's get a sack, Fighting the urge. Ended up giving in. Got a little 5-sack, enough for a blunt. And when I tell you, now mind you, I've done multiple drugs in my life. I'd probably say the only drug I have not done in my life, and thank you to my stepsister to this day. It was a weird way on how she described not to do it. She said, do not do heroin. She said, it is so fucking awesome. You will find yourself in the back alley sucking dick for it.
Really?
She said, I know. I've done it.
Yeah, don't do heroin.
Dude, I've had that stuck in my mind I ain't never tried it. Anytime someone get that shit away.
Facts, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I've done multiple drugs, and when I tell you, I took one hit, handed it to him, and we always play a game baseball. You don't exhale until you get it back.
Gotcha.
By the time I got it back and exhaled and took it, I don't remember exhaling.
Oh.
Alright, and then this is where it gets fucked up. Alright, have you ever done air duster?
I've never done any hard drug ever.
Alright, air duster, you kind of get this we call it wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
And you hear your voice, it kind of goes like, whoa. Alright, that started happening. And on top of that, dude, I started speeding, and even thinking about it right now, I'm getting jittery. Like I'm starting to feel like almost like I'm detoxing from spice right now. I'm starting to sweat.
Okay, but
and
look,
everything.
I want
Wait a second. Let me finish. It's you'll get the sense. All right. Wait, where was I at? My bad.
You were saying you was detoxing. You telling me the story where you leading up to, because I asked you, how is it that you woke up with a machete committing a robbery?
All right. I remember. And all right, so I start speeding balls, get this very far tunnel vision effect, and that's all I can remember. In almost like, you know, those old style flip films.
Yeah.
That's how it was that night.
Like,
And when it came to, like, what I remember, I was on the 350 Walmart, or by it in the parking lot. And then I was out in Dayton.
over by Veterans Memorial.
Yes, and then I woke up some point, I was out in Dayton. And then I was some point in campus, walking around, all masked up.
And this whole time you got a machete?
No.
Oh.
And then, next thing I know, we're in Walmart, West Side. I guess that's where we ended up getting it from.
The spice?
No.
Oh, the machete. I got you.
And then I'm waking up in the middle of robbery.
Okay, hold on. Now, who were you robbing? Were you robbing a store, man, woman?
I was robbing a convenience spot over in the Purdue Research Park.
I got you. All right.
But that's the experience, and how I remember that experience. And I woke up the next morning thinking it was all a dream.
Right.
Until I go to get in the shower like I do every morning, realize I'm still high as hell.
Damn.
Spice don't do that to you.
Damn.
At the most, Spice is like an hour.
Right.
And I have money in my wallet I never had before.
All right. You did the robbery, and from what you just said, you ended up back home. You took a shower. You checked your wallet, more money. So how from that did you go to jail?
Well, to be honest, there's people out there with high IQs, and it's not hard once, you know, especially you have stupid people. Not saying I'm stupid, because...
You don't think it's stupid to do a robbery with a machete?
Well, no. I am stupid to do that. Don't get me wrong on that.
I'm not judging, I'm asking.
But I'm talking like what happened to lead them to it. For one, I don't even know how I got the machete. I'm not even the one that stole it.
Right.
All right. The motherfucker that was with me, somehow he got my grandma's brass knucks that was handed down to me instead of his machete that he stole.
Right.
And the rapper, he just left it in the Walmart bathroom.
The rapper from...
That was their first breadcrumb they
followed. The rapper
followed.
from the machete?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when the next day they hear a spot getting robbed with a machete, and we just found a machete rapper. Well, you know, let's connect the dots here.
Oh, okay.
They call him up. They started following the trail.
All right. So now, because of his error, you and him, did you and him get arrested, or just you?
No, they arrested him and me. Well, him first and then me.
So more than likely he told on you.
Honestly, I don't really know.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Once he was already there though.
Yeah.
Like, after, like, he did try and flip it over on me because I got the discovery and stuff. But as far as like that, no, they pretty much came straight to my house because we used my car.
Okay. So now, did you go to prison or did you just go to county jail?
Oh no, man, that's B felony back then. I went to prison.
How much time did you do?
I did 10.5 months in county, followed by 2 years.
All right, so you did 2 years in prison. Now, while you were in prison, did you seek treatment?
Yeah. To be honest, man, that's a whole nother subject. Yes, I seeked treatment. for one, I was struggling with the fact that, I felt like, yes, I made a big mistake,
Yeah.
but also I felt like I got cheated.
How?
Because the only thing I knew is, from my angle, I woke up and I was thinking it was a dream.
Right. Okay.
But that's the only thing. Other than that, yeah, I know I did wrong. I accept full responsibility. I did the time. I did all my time.
All right. Okay, but I'm trying to focus.
But yes, I went and I did treatment. First things first. They kind of played with me. Which, if anybody knows anything about jail, that you should not ever go to jail unless you are the worst of the worst. All
Why
right.
do you say that?
For one, it just, and when I say jail, I mean places like prison, Westville Correctional Facility
In Indiana.
Yeah, for one, that place is, if you look it up, it is labeled as condemned. People are not even supposed to be in that place living.
But now,
but it's so trifling and dirty.
I'm assuming in
that alone,
the eyes of the law, that whether you the worst or the worst, everybody, according to the law, when you break the law, you the worst.
Yeah, well, I seen there was people in there because they didn't pay their child support.
I agree. That's bullshit.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, now.
But anyway, I went in there.
Treatment.
I went through the therapeutic community program. It's a 12-month rehabilitation program, not just a drug treatment. It's a critical thinking, alter the way you think, the way you process, and you give yourself alternate situations on your response.
Okay.
To think through what's the best course of action for this problem that just presented to my life.
All right, so now you went through treatment, and I'm assuming at some point, I know for a fact you got out.
Oh yeah, I graduated, I became an elder, and I got my drug counseling certification through it.
All right, you got drug counseling certification, so you came home.
It's not valid anymore.
And was Spice still around when you came home?
It was in the prison with me.
Did you use it again?
I did not use it.
All right, cool. So now,
that was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life.
Okay, so now, when you were growing up in Lafayette, Indiana, did you have both parents?
My mom and dad was divorced by the time I was 2.
Okay, they was divorced by you 2, so who were you raised by?
At first, I was raised with my dad. My dad is a wonderful father, and he did end up losing custody of me. My mom.
Why?
He got a little DUI and was away from the house for 2 weeks. He was married. My stepmom was taking care of us. We were still going to school and everything. My mom pretty much stole me through the courts.
Okay, so your mom ended up getting you back, and so from that point on, your dad never got custody again?
Not until I was 16.
All right, so how old were you again when the custody was lost?
Kindergarten.
Oh, okay. So he lost your child.
Yeah,
so,
he
up to
lost me
16
young.
years old, you were raised by your mom. And was it a stepdad there, stuff like that, or was just you and your mom? And if you got siblings?
All right. From the time I was about 4.5, 5.
Right.
So about a little before kindergarten and a little before the time she took me till almost 11, she was with my stepdad.
All right, so it was a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
Just wasn't your original dad, but it was a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
All right, so you grew up in a 2-parent home. Was it a nice upbringing by mom and stepdad? Meaning, was it okay?
Up until around that time, besides for the way my mom treated me when I was over there, and even if he was here, he'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Spitefulness.
Okay.
Vindictiveness. She treats my sister like a princess and me because I look just like my dad.
So you do have a sibling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I look just like my dad and she can't stand him. I feel like is a big reason why, but always since.
All right. So now, at 16 years old, and I'm assuming that's when you were in high school, and you said you got kicked out. Do you think that because of the divorce and the vindictiveness of your mom, do you think that led to your drug use and ultimately you becoming an inmate? Your personal opinion on that.
Well, and if I'm gonna say that, I'd have to go into more detail about her because
No, you don't need to talk about her.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say.
I'm just talking about. Do you think from your upbringing, because the statistics say that
up until that 10 spot, that 11 years old,
yeah,
then it started to get really messed up because now once they split, now a whole new side of my mom came out.
And when you say they, you talking about the stepdad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now a whole new side of the one that's raising me my whole life.
Yeah.
A whole new side, and now I have to be with until I'm 16, and I finally get a whole new side of her I've never known comes out.
Yeah.
And it's literally two-faced, a whole different person. All right, and when I say that, which it's messed up, and if you even knew the stuff she did to me here recently, like I haven't talked to her in almost a year because of it.
Yeah. But I'm trying to focus you on the.
She went from pretty much almost like a stay-at-home mom, and at that place, helping with the business that he ran.
Yeah.
A good woman, all around good woman, and she worked at the bar sometimes too.
Which bar?
The Hideaway.
Oh, the Hideaway.
Man, I used to go in there and undress Britney Spears.
Say what?
On their little casino machines.
Oh, yeah.
She'd close up after hours. I'd be sitting down in there. I won blackjack. I undressed Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, I feel you. All right, so now your stepdad gone. You came out your mom, 16, and you went to a jail. I'm assuming around 18.
Yeah.
All right. So in that 2-year period, you went from having a being at home with your mom to out the home with your mom, kicked out of high school.
Oh no, not 2 years with the stepdad.
No. I said from the time you left home, from 16 to 18, you got kicked out of school, and you was on Spice, and ultimately you ended up in prison. So when you got out of prison, you was about 20, 21 years old. All right. And so once out of prison, how did you rebuild your life?
First things first, just like most people, when you get out of prison, either it's probation or parole, depending on how much time you get. So, like most, I was on some sort of home detention, work release.
And where did you go to home detention at?
Actually with one of my many mom's boyfriends.
Wow.
Yeah, she was actually supposed to get married to this guy. He was actually a really good guy. Good guy. I ended up going to live there. I was there probably 4 months, and I had my first apartment.
Okay, and that's what's up. That's good, man. You got your first apartment, and what did you do for employment?
I was working at McAllister's Deli.
McAllister's Deli, and were you a server?
I was actually in the back. I am great at cooking. So
okay, that's what's up.
Back then, it was just something to add to it.
Okay, so you got you a job, you got the apartment. Then what?
Shoot. Just life, man. Dealing with.
Did you get you a girl, a couple of girls? What?
Shoot. In this town, you don't get the girls, man. Most of the time, the girls get you, try and play with you, and end up turning you into an asshole, and then cry about it later.
Yeah, I get that, but my experience in this town has been fantastic. Just saying, it's Purdue campus, man. How you can't have a great time in this town,
1 in 3 people at Purdue campus have some sort of STD, and I'm not. That's fine. That statistic, I'm not going.
I get that, but you can avoid the STDs by using protection.
Yeah, to a point.
I got you.
To a point, man.
I got you. So, I'm assuming you got you a girlfriend at some point, right?
Yeah, throughout, I had 5.5 years of paperwork during that time. You know, I had.
So you think you got 5 years of probation parole?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had let me break it down for you real quick. I had a total of 11 and a half years sentence. I had an open B felony, which was an open 20 years. I paid 10,000. Well, without my consent, which is here's a form of how messed up she is. Without me asking her anything, which any good parent I feel like would do this, but my mom came up to me, I got in trouble, and she's like, "Oh, just to let you know, I got you a lawyer." My first thing said, "Why?" I said, and I said, "Why?"
You talking about when you was locked up?
Yeah, I said, "The evidence they have," I said, "You're wasting your money."
Right.
I literally said that, and she said, "Oh, and by the way, you're gonna pay me back every cent." All right, so you just voluntarily went and bought a lawyer, and then, like, she does this stuff multiple times through my life, by the way.
So have you been locked up more than once?
No. I'm just in certain types of things, you know, just voluntarily like do something, and then be like, "Oh, and by the way, now you owe me," type stuff.
I got you. Okay, now you got the job, you got the house. I'm trying to at you. Did you get a woman?
I had a few. I told you, man. You know, I wasn't trying like, all right. Yeah, you gotta think. I was a kid, and then I got taken away for a few years.
Okay, I got it. So you had
when I got out, I'm not even gonna lie. The person that was writing me for the 2 years, you know, shoot, anybody behind the bars, they call him the big girl, whatever. On GP, on the general principle for holding me down for 2 years. Yeah, I smashed the motherfucking big girl.
So you hold on. So pump the brakes.
All right, but anyway,
so you came home.
I smashed the big girl on GP. Never talked to her again. Not gonna lie, she knew what was up.
Is this the same one that was writing you?
Yeah, same ones I never talked to again. Not
Is
gonna
that
lie.
a practice of guys that get out of jail?
No, I don't know if it's a practice or not, but she pretty much knew what it was. It was my appreciation. I didn't even plan to, but it's been 2 years. I'm a guy. What are you gonna do?
Let me tell you a brief story.
But also,
one of my homeboys, he did time, and the girl that did the time with him, he got out and married another chick. So it happens.
But also at the same time, but she already knew what it was. Like like I said, when I went in, I was a kid. So when I got out, like I got you. I didn't really up until that point. Like I wasn't one to have relationships in school because I don't think it's practical to think I'm gonna have a high school sweetheart and married and have a perfect relationship. No, I know how life is. I knew I could recognize it at a young age because I've seen a lot of bullshit after that 10 years old. You know.
Yeah.
And no, I'm more practical. I'm a realist.
Okay, so you got with the big girl.
It wasn't. She gave me a ride home from prison. I smashed her on her way and never seen her again.
Okay, and then after that, you still in Lafayette, Indiana.
Yep.
You doing your thing. You working at McAllister. Tagging
a few ones every now and then. Mind you, it ain't as easy as it is for guys, we have to go out there and try to get it. You know what I mean? Like, so,
and so
you win some, you lose some, whatever.
You mentioned you had a few, but the point I'm trying to get is, I'm trying to get you to help.
I did end up getting a girl, all right.
Understand how you got your being established out of prison, bro. Because I get it, you was doing this, doing that, but you mentioned early on.
Really, it was just being honest.
Have a baby. So I'm trying to get you to that point.
It was really the reason why I'm still sitting here. If it was anybody else, it's because I am honest. I'm completely 100% honest, and I'm real. I probably failed during my time on probation for weed probably 20 times drug tests.
Oh, hold on. So now
no, let me finish it off.
All right.
Anytime I got a PTR or whatever, I walk right in there. I look straight at the judge, all right? Look straight at him and be like, listen, I said, y'all have my record. I have mental problems. I've been through Wabash.
And Wabash is what?
Wabash Valley. It's now called Valley Oaks. All right, y'all have
and
that.
Did you go there because of Spice?
No, bipolar and ADHD.
I got you.
I was like, you guys have my mental record. I was like, y'all have my criminal record. I said, when it comes down to it, I said, at the end of the day, I said, I understand y'all got to do something. I'm in the wrong. I said, but if it comes down to it, I said, am I going to flip out, beat this dude's head in that really probably deserves it? Or am I going to go calm down, smoke a J, continue on being a productive member of society, and, oh, I have to pay an extra fee? You know what? I'm already paying y'all fees. I'll play ball with y'all.
Okay, so they didn't send you back to prison.
They didn't send me back to prison. Thank the God.
So how long you been out of prison now?
I've been out since I got out, and I got out in
1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
2015.
All right, cool. So you've been out since 2015, and you established yourself. You got a job at McAllister. And at some point, you met a woman that you had a baby with.
Yeah. Well, that's a story itself, but yeah.
Okay. What I'm trying to get at is, do you think that you, yourself, with your child, the way you bring up your child, do you think that cycle will stop? The drug abuse, prison, because right now it's a 2-parent home. And do you think you can do things to keep it that way?
Yes. All right. I just put something on Facebook today.
What was that?
It was, I get so tired when people ask me, you know, oh, how come you're so nice to your BM? Da 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 da. How come you're, all right. Doesn't matter if we're together or not.
Are you together with her?
We are co-parenting. She lives in my house right now.
Oh, hold on.
All right, well, hold on. One thing at a time.
I got you. I'm not gonna get off track.
Because I'm ADHD, so I forget what I'm gonna say, so I have to finish my points.
Go ahead.
Fuck me.
You were saying that you put something on Facebook and people ask you why you like your BM so much.
Okay, and all right. No matter if we're together or not, I said, I want my home to be like the Reba home on the Reba show. All right, meaning I'm always gonna be nice. I'm always gonna show my child's other parent respect and love, whether we're together or not. Meaning, if they end up running into bad luck, to where if they need a place to stay, yes, you are more than welcome. Yeah. Every single time. And if anybody else got a problem with that, they can be the one to leave.
Okay.
That's how strongly I feel about that. That's how I feel all families should be, whether you're together or not. Because without a strong family, without a strong foundation, everything's gonna fucking fall on top of you.
But is the foundation strong when it's already broken?
How's it broken?
Because y'all not together no more. You co-parenting.
All right, it's broken because you're putting it in that mindset. It's not broken because, all right, for one, we've never even dated. We were friends. We hooked up. Whatever. A baby should not force a relationship more than what it should naturally be.
Oh, I agree. I thought
you know what I mean?
It was your girl.
No.
Okay, I got it. I understand now.
But even then, even if not, people change. You know that, and a lot of times when people even have kids, especially in this day and age, they don't entirely know the person either. You know, like you could spend 2 years with somebody and still not fully know them. But in that 2 years, you could have had a baby too. Shoot, I know people that's popping out 4 in that time.
In 2 years,
dude. Oh my God, it's like, God damn, you need a better hobby, bro. But shoot, it's not. I'm not sitting here judging. You know,
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so how do you co-parent with her? Explain it to me.
Well, right now.
And is there anything similar to your dad and your mom's co-parenting?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
My mom ran my dad through the court system to literally try and get more child support every time she could. And that's all I ever heard.
Yeah.
That's all we ever heard. I'm the person. I sat there when before we even had my daughter. I told her, I said, I've already been a slave to the system, metaphorically speaking. I'm not comparing myself in any way to any type of slaves.
No, but we get it.
I said, that being said, I said, the moment you ever try and use the court system in that way to me, I said, you would literally just cut off everything.
What does that mean?
Meaning, I'm sorry, but I'm a man of principle. I'm not going to be anybody's vindictive puppet.
Yeah.
So, even though it might suck, I know people are capable of great understanding. So, when a rational adult comes to me and asks me, hey, Dad, why? I'm going to sit there and tell them.
So you saying if she puts you through the court system, you gonna leave?
No, I'm saying if you use it when I am a good father. I've been there with my daughter since day one, every single day.
And you do, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do that to a man, I feel, and especially in the reason, and also another reason why I firmly believe that is because in this day and age, it sucks to say, and I might be an asshole for saying it. A woman has a choice to abort a kid.
All right.
A woman has a choice, if they don't want to take care of them, to get assistance. Most of the time, the guy goes to jail if they don't want to.
Yeah. So hold on, let me challenge you a little bit. Let me challenge you just a little bit, man. All right.
But
I get you.
That's what I'm saying.
I get you.
Because I'm such a good dad, if you just because you want to be spiteful and vindictive and try and make me your puppet,
I want you to make
slave.
me understand what you saying, so
I
won't be
told her
no
that.
misinterpretation. You saying that you told her because of you been through the system, your mom was addicted towards your dad. If she try to put you through the system, you fucking leave it.
Knowing that I'm
give me a yes or no on that.
How I put it.
I get how you put it. Okay,
I didn't say it like that.
No, I said it like that.
I know, but that's not how I said it.
Okay,
though.
Tell me how you said it.
I said, knowing how good of a dad I am.
Right.
No, and if I stay being one, you know, always there, and just because you want to get mad at me for some reason, if you try and do that, knowing I'm always there for my daughter, knowing I'm always there, so you have authority over me, so you can use it to your benefit over me, to try and be some sort of domain over my life.
Yeah.
That principle alone, I will not go.
Do you think it's
Because
okay if a guy hit a woman with child support?
Huh?
Do you think it's okay if a guy take a woman to court for child support?
Under those same principles? No.
Okay.
Everything's... but also, I'm the type of person like... Alright, I've never filed for any type of... But one time, and that was during the pandemic, filed for any type of assistance. So me personally, if I had my daughter, I would not go through the courts on my ever, even if she wasn't there. Yeah. I ain't cut like that.
Yeah, I feel.
But if it's, you can't ever claim or want or talk about equality if it can't be both ways.
All right. Now this only thing I'm gonna challenge you on again. If you or a man, not you, because I don't want to use you as an example, but if a man saying he truly cares about his child, and the mom get a little spiteful, vindictive because y'all broke up or whatever, what does that have to do with the child?
Because, all right, listen. You can't.
Because if you love your child, how can you just leave him?
I can't love somebody if I can't be the best version of myself. I can't be the best version of myself if I am not held under the power of my personal God, whoever it may be, and if it's someone who puts themselves in that type of position over me, I will not be mentally okay ever.
I understand.
I will shut down. I will revolt. That will be the only thing I can ever think of. I know that.
Well, okay, now...
You know what I mean? Like, because that's just how I'm wired. That's all I would be able to think of. Like, you were that spiteful to where you were just going to be... Now you were holding domain over my life. What gives you the right? And that's literally how it goes. once you get put in those positions, like I said, mind you, it's all connected.
And I want to say this before you continue. This was a if. You not in that situation.
I know I'm not, because I'm a wonderful dad. Right. We've had these and she fully agreed. She understands. She said, "Oh, I would never." And she said, "And if someone did," she said, "No." And she agrees with most of the stuff I said.
Okay.
And it's not me. No, this is how. And she's no. She's like, "Oh, the way you put that, that does make sense." And yeah,
One more question on that, and then after that we gonna switch. Do you feel that speaking like that to the mother of your child is a form of intimidation?
No, it's not. No, it's not, because I put it this way. If she said that to me, she would just be exercising her view and her standards.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be the same for me? Why is that not a standard of me? Do not use me like I'm your puppet and like you are my controller, and we will not have that problem. That is a standard.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, man. I'm just asking the questions.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's.
But and I'm not. It's coming out that way just because that's.
It's
how
not coming out no way. I'm just challenging.
Well, the emphasis is just because how much I believe in it, not that it's coming out a certain way. As I should say.
And the thing about abortion, clarify that for me.
Oh, to me, like,
because you said basically what you were saying.
I would not ever I don't think I could per se, but and I'm not gonna judge someone if they do or not. All I'm saying is the system is a double standard.
Yes, allergies, man. Go ahead.
One gender can decide whether they want to keep it or not. When it's both of them. Both of theirs, all right, or they can decide if they want to take care of it or not, and then the government would step in and help them. If they
is abortion murder?
I don't really know. I haven't thought about it that deeply because I can't even biologically have a kid, so it hasn't ever been that deeply on my mind to that extent to where.
Okay. All right, I don't want to get too far off topic. Now, so you got your home,
but because of that stuff, that's why.
Yeah, I give you just saying just thoughts and opinions on certain things. I kind of disagree with you only on one thing about if your children's mother, not you but anybody, because your standard was if the children's mom can use you as a puppet and hit you with child support.
No, that's not the child support. It's not the child support.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not the money. Fuck, money's so easy to come by.
So what's the
as
reason?
long as you have a good work ethic,
but it's just using the court system.
No, it's literally the principle in itself. You are not my master. You are not.
I got you. But now I'm gonna say
you
this right
are
here.
not my.
This is the reason I
puppeteer.
said I agree with you. You not like that. And you a good dude.
And if I was a piece of shit and I knew I was a piece of shit, then by all means run me through the court, because maybe I'll start acting right.
That shouldn't be for a guy like you, and I don't think the court set it up for a guy like you.
But you see what I mean?
Who don't do that. However, I do agree with you that in some instances, women do use that. They use the courts as a weapon to get back and destroy men. I do agree with that.
And I've seen it personally from my own mom.
Me as well.
And most of the time, when I speak from that reference.
All right. Now, so you co-parenting with your girl. Things going good. No, wait, I'm going to say that again. You told me you co-parenting with the woman that you had a child with, your children's mother, and y'all doing well, because I know you mentioned to me before that you watch your daughter every day while she go to work.
Yep. I even let her use my car.
There you go. So you are a good dude in that sense.
Oh,
now, where do you think your life is going at this point in Lafayette, Indiana?
Well, where it's going right now, once I get my tax check, I'm investing all $5,500 into a power washing business that I'm gonna try and start up.
Oh, that's what's up. On what side of town?
Shoot, I live central Lafayette, right at the central 18th south. So shoot, I could be all over Lafayette, West Lafayette.
And when you say power washing business, what will you be power washing?
Anything from commercial, residential buildings to, I could do your car. I could do your grills. I could do, your driveway.
That's what's up, bro.
I could go behind restaurants. You see the side of their building, how from the food, especially when you get those angry customers, get them. Their trash area, how it's all grimy looking, come by through, $250 an app, got them. $250 real quick, clean up their whole trash area in the side of the building.
Well, I hope that work out for you, man. And so, what outside of you want to start your own business?
And that's just the first thing.
What type of things do you do for fun in Lafayette, Indiana?
Well, I met you. Where'd I meet you at?
The gym.
The gym. Yeah. I go. I may not look it. I may not be big and beefy, but best believe there's a lot of power behind me. I hit the gym damn near every day, yes. 4 or 5 days a week.
Yes, and I heard you set a new record.
Oh yes, on the elliptical, 3 minutes, flat boy, 1 mile.
3-minute mile.
On the elliptical.
That's
on the
what's
elliptical.
Up, That's
I want to
up.
stress that the elliptical. If it was not the elliptical, I would be talking out my ass because that would be beating a world record.
I got it. So now, for what I'm seeing, after you got done with your prison time, you didn't reuse, and what I mean is you didn't go back into addiction mode where you was out robbing people with machetes. You got a job.
I had a lot of mental clarity. I put it in perspective. Before going into prison, I only read the books I had to going through school. I never read outside of school.
Yeah.
While I was away, I probably read close to 2,000 books.
That's what's up, bro.
In 2 years, I was getting close to 300-400 page books done in a night.
What's your number one book?
I'm gonna give you a series. The Dean Patterson. No, not the Dean.
James Patterson.
The Dean Koontz. I'm sorry.
Dean Koontz.
I was just reading the James Patterson not that long ago. A Dean Koontz, the Frankenstein series, and a lot of people that don't know, it also ties into. It's in the same universe as the Odd Thomas series.
Oh, okay.
So
I got a favorite.
I really like that.
My favorite Dean Koontz book is a book. I think it's called Whispers. That's my favorite.
What's
Dean
it called?
Koontz book.
Well, I mean, what's it about?
Well, without giving it away, it's about some very psychotic behavior on the part of a person.
All right.
And it's called Whispers. And it's another one. I don't know the name of it, but it's a book with a talking dog in it, and his name is Einstein. That's one of my favorite books by Dean Koontz. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm happy for you. I hope that you continue to have success, and I hope that you can prevent your child or more children that you have from going into the correctional facilities in the state of Indiana or anywhere in America, because I personally believe that broken homes leads to raising inmates. Whether you got money, not money, if two parents not in the home, not saying that in every scenario it's always somebody left, because we know parents die, things like that, but as long as it's a two-parent home, it can prevent that. And more I see when I talk to people, when it's a one-parent home, even if it's just the dad, somebody go to jail. If you got 4 or 5 siblings, one of those people go to fucking prison, man. And it's because I believe that it's supposed to be a two-parent home, and I think that's how people go into drugs and things like that. But I see you doing well. You got your addiction under control. You living life, and I've seen you in the gym. You're an animal in the gym.
Thank you.
You do what you need to do. I've been in the gym working out with you, and we was getting it in. And like I said, I'm proud of you. And I know you're going to raise your daughter to be the best woman she can be. And thank you for the interview.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.